when we're off the camera so I can move my... For sure.
I'm Dr. Patrick. My job as a mental chemistry is to help the elite athlete, just like you, to consistently prepare for a big goal. In order to do that, you need to reliably get in front. The problem is, like most athletes, spend too much time in your own head, worrying, overthinking, and they're doubting themselves. This is frustrating and discouraging because you're putting all this work to develop your physical ability. Mindset is costing you. Now I understand, working on your mindset can be difficult and confusing. There's so much cliche advice out there. Think about it, just be positive. I think the mental state you have achieved, it's not the how-to. In fact, this upbeat, cookie-cutter advice often makes things worse. Instead, what you need to do, challenge the status quo. Think differently about success.
Cool.
What do you say?
30 seconds.
Left in the warm-up or until we go on?
Until we go on. Gotcha.
I share the concise and practical strategies I use to professional athletes be at their best day in and day out. This book will help you break free from the weight of result, so you can stop spending so much time in your own head and start playing with confidence, so you can perform when it matters most. And most importantly, I promise you this, by reading this book and working on your mental game, you're going to have a heck of a lot more fun along the way.
Welcome into the World Sports Broadcasting Network, otherwise known as WSBN, here for the Continental Clash, the first game of the tournament here on this Tuesday morning in Mount Prospect Ice Arena in Mount Prospect, Illinois, a suburb just north of Chicago. This is Dylan Ward. I'll be on your play-by-play duties today. To my left is Luke Jordan. He'll be your analyst for today's games on the North Rink, one of 3 ice sheets here at the Nicholas Sportsplex or Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Today we've got the Southeast Elite Hockey organization down from Florida, and we've got Spartans Alberta. So we have a Florida Alberta matchup similar to what we saw last night in the Stanley Cup Final.
Yeah, that kind of makes it, a little bit more significant. And something I like about this game is that these are 2 teams that are brand new. So, the most magical part about sports is you don't know what to expect. And with these 2 teams coming into the Continental Clash for the first time, you really don't know what to expect. And we're just about ready to get to puck drop, even though the clock stopped on the warm-up.
Yeah, it's stuck at 40.2. We do have 3-minute warm-ups here at this tourney, and this tournament has undergone an extreme expansion. Last year, what were there, 15, 16 teams playing?
I believe 15, 16. Now we're looking at 22, and it's now one big division instead of the 2 Canada, USA with the addition of Slovakia. So obviously you can't do 3 divisions with, 10 Canada, 10 USA, and then 1 Slovakia. So
talk about the Toronto Blue Jays being in the American League. Doesn't make sense to me. But
exactly.
Yeah, so it is a little different. Each team is going to have 6, for lack of a better term, regular season games among that big league table. And I believe everyone's going to have a chance to make the bracket, as there are some play-in games. But we're going to start all the way from a round of 16 until we crown a champion. So if you go all the way, at least to the semifinals, because there is that third-place game, you're going to be playing 10 hockey games in 6 days.
Yeah. And I don't even think, does that even count in the Continental Divide game on Saturday, or does that?
That's a good point. I don't think so. So maybe more teams than I thought are getting all 10 games. But we do have a third-place game and a final. If you remember last year, it was the American division and the Canadian division, and each team played the other division once for each team. And then it was just the top 2 records in each division. That was the final. There was no playoffs or bracket, for lack of a better term.
That was a great final as well. I mean, it was a tournament based particularly on offense, and then all of a sudden championship game, like St. Louis Lions and the Connecticut Junior Rangers, 1 goal in the entirety of the game, and Canada ended up winning its first tournament since 2019. So it's nice that we're starting to see some parity after USA took 3 in a row. And now I'm excited to see what unfolds in this year's 2024 Continental Clash, and we're just about ready to kick things off.
We've been mid-90s all week outside in the Chicago area, and I know a heat wave has been hitting a lot of the United States, but hockey never sleeps. It is almost July, and we've got a tournament to take care of. We'll have 15-minute periods here in this tournament, and we're just about ready to get underway as the warm-ups have expired. Teams have had their meetings at the nets, and now each side will go have a chance to talk with the head coach. Maybe we'll see some anthems, Luke.
Perhaps.
Or is that just after the game for the winning team?
I believe it's after. How about we take a look at these tarps, Dylan? I mean, just an array of colors from Southeast Elite with my personal favorite, light blue. But then when you look at Spartans Alberta, you think, oh, it's a simple jersey, right? They actually have the Chicago sports team logos on the bottom end of their jersey. You can see the Bears, the White Sox. I mean, the really cool little symbolism in there to show that they're here in Chicago for the Continental Clash.
Wow, so are those removable or what? They just have those on their jerseys. Being from Alberta, I'd expect to see Flames logo. Rough Riders, is that the CFL team? Calgary?
I think so. I don't know CFL team.
All right, puck drop just about to get underway. It'll be Southeast Elite going from left to right in those light blues that you just described, Luke. And the Spartans of Alberta in the whites going from right to left. Spartans, the designated home team here on this neutral rink. So they will have the last change as the puck falls. And we are underway in the Continental Clash 2024, a week long of hockey every day, all day. As Calgary will dump this one in. It'll be picked up down in the corner. And taken away by Southeast Elite, and here they come. Partial rush. Here's a shot from the left side. That one fanned on and ultimately covered up by the starting goaltender for the Spartans, Callum Stasiuk.
Well, personally, as a player who used to play when I was this young, you know, they used to go, they wouldn't do touch icing. They wouldn't even let you ice on the PK, but thankfully we got tournament rules, so there is delayed offsides, there is icing on the PK. So as a player, I enjoy those rules a lot more, and I'm sure these guys do too.
Contreras couldn't keep it in the zone. It'll be chased after by Vandenberg. Taken away by Alberta. Here's a pass up right circle. Pocket picked. And up comes Caden Morton with the puck. Down the left wing side over the blue line. Chips it down low for himself, but can't catch up to it before it's taken by Shimanov. Out to neutral ice. Southeast will come back over the line. Here is Patrick Lee cutting behind the net. Lee up high. And getting it back down low is Sarah. Battle for the puck near side. Goes behind the goal line, and it's picked up by Alberta. That's Gerstenbuehler with the puck. Now LeBanc just can't get it out past Dunaway, who got his body in the way. But then it does come outside the zone. Now here comes Patrick Dunaway. Partial breakaway down the right side. Winds up for a slap shot, and it gets taken down. Puck is stolen away. Some fans in the barn wanted a penalty. They're not going to get one here early.
That's 50-50, Dylan. I think that could have gone either way, to be honest with you. Really do like the way that Southeast is possessing the puck so far, but here come numbers for Alberta.
It's a 3-on-1. The one guy was being guarded. Centering pass, they score! What a pass! And touching it home is Jersey Oglestone. 1-0 to Spartans Alberta.
Well, you're caught in the back check if you're Southeast, and what happens is everybody's caught puck watching. Guy on the back door is wide open, and great effort by Haber, but he just gets part of his skate on it, and it just ricochets in. So, although Southeast is controlling the possession, Alberta strikes first.
Shots on goal, 1-1, the official count. But Spartans are shooting 100 so far early in this one. Just 2.5 minutes in. in the first period. What a pass there by Lucas Mullen to set up Oglestone for that goal, as both those guys get on the scorecard for the first time this week. Now here's Lee trying to split 3 defenders, wearing an unusual 62. Normally he's 88. Maybe he switched that out of respect for Patrick Kane here in the Chicago tournament. I doubt that's the reason.
Uh-oh, blown tire. Still made a nice exit pass.
And that's the thing, at these tournaments, I mean, these teams are coming from all over North America, really all over the world this season. Here's another shot at the goal line, and that stays out. Was that a stop?
That sure was. What an unbelievable desperation save.
Now tipped on its way and never found the net. No shot on goal recorded, but Alberta will hang on to the puck. Up high it goes. Here's a drive. Stick got in the way from the shot taken by Shimanov. Now this flicked out to neutral ice and beyond. It'll be dumped back down, and right there in neutral ice was Gerstenbuehler. And if he got that puck cleanly, he would have had a breakaway, no doubt about that.
Yeah, both teams have now made one really risky change. You got to get the puck in deeper.
This one cleared out. Won't be an icing as it was tipped. Wasn't going to go far enough anyway. As Alberta will play with it in their own zone. Already up 1-0, looking to add more, as every game matters here at this tournament. Again, one big league standings instead of multiple groups at this tournament. So you got to take advantage of your 6 regular season tournament games, as LeBanc pulls it back below the goal line. This one dumped in by Southeast. It goes down below the goal line. Centering pass, that one hit the side of the net, but getting to it anyway was one of the skaters. Backhand shot hit the cage. Now this shot taken from between the hash marks by Kurtman wouldn't go, and the save is made.
Good opportunity there from Southeast, starting to get a little bit of their offensive fire back. They had it a lot in the first 2 minutes, but I feel like that Spartans goal took a little bit of energy out of them.
Got credit for 3 shots on goal in that sequence, as they now lead shots 4-3. Callum Stasiuk perfect so far on the 4 shots he's seen. 9:40 to go, first period. Just getting started here, not just in this game, but on the day and the tournament. This game was the first puck drop of this tournament here at 8 a.m. Tuesday morning.
And Dylan, me and you will be here till whenever that 8:15 p.m. game ends, so we have quite a day ahead.
And you think about the fans watching from Alberta, that's a 7 a.m. start for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Pardon me, I think that would actually be the other way, right?
No, I think you're right.
No, I'm right.
Yeah, they're west.
Now in their own zone, Southeast Elite from the Tampa area of Florida. Mentioned it in the open. We have a Florida versus Alberta matchup, as that offsides is waved off. And this one poked out to neutral ice. Now into the zone comes Southeast. A pass back by Manning Kent, and it'll be dumped down low. No true high danger scoring opportunities for either team in the last 2-3 minutes, as we get down to 8 to go in the first period. Here's Eli Horb looking for a stretch pass. That didn't connect, but they will pick it up, dump it in. Go for a change does Spartans Alberta, and the puck goes down to the left side corner. Centering pass in the slot. Right there waiting for it was Duke Hughes, but couldn't connect with the puck. Now diving, good effort there to try and make something happen, but it will ultimately be taken by Southeast. And here come the light blue and orange sweaters. Chip try, that one off the stick of Vanderberg. But that went high at the crossbar.
I don't mind it. You know, you're playing with kids born in 2013. Typically with the goalies, their head barely reaches the crossbar. So if they get down in that butterfly, you can chip it over sometimes, is the case. But that one flies a little bit higher than he expected.
Gosh, Luke, that makes me feel old. As
yeah.
This one goes behind the net. 2013, come on. I'm in my living room with my dad watching the Hawks score 2 goals in 17 seconds against the Bruins. Meanwhile, these kids are just coming into the world.
Yeah, I believe that was 11 years ago yesterday.
Wow. As this net try, stuffed chance, scramble by the blue paint. It comes up high, still kept by Alberta. Here's a pass over to Shimonov. He'll go back to the right side. That one bounces off the stick of Maddox Andrews. And this one shipped out to neutral ice on the pass attempt. Getting a stick on that one was Patrick Lee. Now over the line comes Oglestone, the lone goal scorer of this game, but he had to retreat, and this puck went low for Southeast. Centering pass right there. Here's a shot, and he didn't get a lot on that one. The save was made by Stasiak. Now Alberta through neutral ice. Over the line comes Gerstenbuehler. Kept in at the blue line left side. Dumped low by Matter. And glove down to himself. A nice pass finding Southeast as they rush ahead. And Colton Corbett couldn't settle that one down for a clean chance. 5.5 to go in the first period. Our lone goal so far, scored with 12:47 to go in the first period. Jersey Oglestone assisted by Lucas Mullen. Each of those players' first point of this tournament.
And the only points of the tournament.
Yep.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Well, we have an 8-10 start on the other rink. Maybe there's already a goal in that game. And there's no. So
there's no 8-10 start. That was the Slovakia.
Oh, that one got postponed.
That's the one that's later.
And Luke, that's why we're staying till 10 p.m.
Yes.
Gonna need to figure out why that one got postponed. As this centering pass didn't find a light blue sweater. It'll go down below the goal line again. This one deflects to the slot, but it's taken by Alberta. And here comes Reese Matter. He'll throw it towards the net. Nobody home there on the back door. Kept in the zone. This one sent down low. Battle for it behind the goal line, I should say. And it's found, not cleared, as this shot from the right side tipped on its way to the net, but ultimately rolled wide. Hope you found us okay, either on YouTube or the WSBN website. We'll be with you for every game of this tournament, both live if you're watching now and on demand if you want to come and watch it later on YouTube. We'll be here covering each and every game of this tournament, which is a lot of games. And a stretch pass, maybe was looking for Patrick Dunaway there, but it missed him, and they will call an icing. Now, Dunaway won the race, so are they not doing a hybrid icing here? That would be my assumption.
No, sorry, I did goof that earlier. I meant that you can ice on the PK, but yeah, so
gotcha.
Even if you're a mile ahead of your opponent on offense, racing in for that puck, it is still an icing. That is how it is at every part of youth hockey, even high school.
Yep. Luke filling me in there. I actually am not a former hockey player. Luke is. He just finished his high school career with the Chiefs, a combined team here in Illinois in the high school circuit. And Luke and I have a lot of experience in broadcasting the high school sport at the highest level in this state.
Sure do.
Luke and I were on the call for the girls' state championship game. That was at the United Center. That was a really cool experience to broadcast a game in an NHL arena. And Luke, it just feels good to be back at the rink with a headset on, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, oh wow.
This shot scores! Innocent looking one, but Cole Brundage found a hole, and this game is tied.
So Stasiuk was expecting that to be up higher. The release off the stick appeared to be, I mean, the follow through and everything, it was looking, upper corner, and all of a sudden it rolls off of his stick weird and it just trickles in through the 5-hole. And Cole Brundage, first goal for Southeast Elite Hockey in their very short Continental Clash history.
Less than a period long worth of history, but a goal on the board. They will give it to him unassisted, at least down at the official scorers area. So that's what we'll go with, an unassisted goal by number 8 in light blue. Pretty entertaining hockey game. Southeast leading the shots 6-5 by official count. As we'll see what our next 32 minutes of play have in store. We won't have any ice cuts here. We'll play through for all the games at the Continental Clash. Maybe the final, I'm not sure. That championship is on Sunday at 11 a.m. local time. As both of these teams hope to be playing in that slot. This shot just after stepping over the blue line bounces off the end boards. And Stasiuk will grab the rebound, cover it up. 1:30 to go.
Like I mentioned earlier, this is one of those games where, if we're us, we've never seen either of these two teams play, and it's ended up being a really good game. Didn't know what to expect, but now we know what to expect for the rest of this one, is what to be a good matchup.
This one tipped on its way and will be covered up. 1:25 to go in the first. 1-1 the score. Spartans scored first. Southeast responded. Jersey Oglestone and Cole Brundage responsible for each one. Now Bentley will get it deep. Where's the number 7, the lowest jersey number of the Southeast Elite Hockey team? As it's found by Alberta. Here comes Keaton Skinner. He comes over the line. Under a minute to go. Skinner centered it. That one right to a stick of Southeast. And they will clear the zone. Out to neutral ice. Picked up by Alberta. Nice little move there by Shimonov. As he comes over the line. Shimonov puts on the brake. Centers it in the slot. Puck is found by Southeast. And here they come. A 1-on-2 rush. As Patrick Dunaway moves the puck to Brundage. Now it's sitting there, and it'll be sent deep. 22 seconds to go in the opening frame. Can either team find one more to send us into the timeout? Up high it goes. Here's a slap shot from the right point, and that one is stopped. 5 seconds to go. This puck clears the zone, and that should do it for period number 1. Here in Mount Prospect, Illinois, 1-1 after 15 minutes of play.
Real good start to the first period, very back and forth. And honestly, I like the way both teams are approaching offensively right now. You're just trying to get into the zone, set up, get a shot on. Both these goalies tend to, it's a little bit early in the morning. Both these goalies are tending to give up some rebounds, and that's the case with just about any goalie in this tournament. And last year only 2 goalies recorded a save percentage above 900. So yeah, I'm sure the coaches have preached just get shots on and we saw a good margin of that here in the first, and I think we're in for a good second and third.
10-5, the shots in favor of Southeast. And Luke, you mentioned this game being early in the morning. It sure is. It's only 8:24 local time right now. This game kicked off at 8. I never played hockey, but I'm sure you could weigh in on this, and I've heard some players talk about it. For these early in the morning games, it's less about which team is better on paper and more about which team came to play. But I would argue that both these teams are fired up and ready. This could easily be a 7 o'clock start if you didn't know any better.
Oh, yeah, no question.
PM.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I think both teams prepared well. I mean, a lot of speed in that first period. I'm sure these guys all hung in their hotels, watched Stanley Cup Finals, and went straight to bed after, just like I did. Because
no
just
Xbox,
like them,
right?
Just like them, long day ahead. And, and personally, as a player myself, I enjoyed the morning games. I felt like I was ahead the pack just because I always slept so well. I feel like I had that burst in the morning that some people don't have. Well, it appears that every player has that burst here on this level. So, speedy first period, and it's only going to get faster.
Well, Southeast is lined up and ready for the face-off. Alberta still waiting at their bench for the second period, and we'll switch sides, of course. It is the period of the long change, which many of you probably know means that your bench is on your attacking half of the rink. So if you get caught in a situation where you're being pressured heavily by the other team in your own zone, it's not always easy to go back for a change. So usually you see the second period a little bit higher scoring on average in any given hockey game, especially an 8 a.m. game. As we are underway for the second period, a fresh 15 on the clock, and here we go. I believe you could still see our faces on your broadcast, so we'll make sure we get that switched up so that you can see the rink in full. And there you go. So Southeast now shooting right to left. What a centering pass, and not getting enough wood on that one was Riker Philpott. Alberta scored early in the first period. They'll look to do the same here in the middle frame. Of course, Southeast wants to flip that script and get on the board here for their first lead of the morning. But here comes a 3-on-2 rush for Alberta. Lucas Mullen with the puck. He takes a shot. That one just missed the left post and trickles wide. Now it's taken by Southeast Florida. Sent back down into their own zone. This one settled down by Alberta, touched by a high stick, at least according to one of the two officials we have today. Luke, not necessarily sure if I agree with that. Looked like it was below shoulder height, but we'll have a stoppage and a face-off.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it was just about parallel with the shoulder.
Not many complaints, though, so that's how you know it's a good call.
I mean, what also helps them is their angles right on the ice. For us, we're a little bit elevated, so it can elude us sometimes.
Exactly. This one sent in. He was past center ice red, so it will not be an icing. As this puck is taken away by Southeast. Here they come through neutral ice, over the line. Centering pass. Here's a shot, tough angle. That one off the stick of Corbett, but missed the net. Punched in with 12:50 to go in the first period, or second period. It was right about now that Alberta scored their opening goal in the first period. As we are scoreless so far, but here's a breakaway as I say it, and he scores! Top left corner, what a shot! Off the stick of Riker Philpott, 2-1 to Spartans Alberta.
Unbelievable placement by Philpott. I mean, he puts that right to where as it hits the bar, and this is just an unfortunate bounce for Southeast in the neutral zone, taken the other way. Great job by Philpott and company to build up speed into that neutral zone, and all of a sudden he was gone in a flash.
I mean, Luke, I say I don't believe in the sportscaster's curse, but it just keeps on happening that way. I had a pretty bad S word with 5 seconds to go, and then the shutout was broken, if you know what I mean. I think you might have been with me on that one a couple years ago.
Which game was that?
It was a combined semifinal, actually. Chicago North going to the United Center.
Oh, I don't think I was, but I might have been watching. Might have been.
Not the year they lost to Waubonsee, though. The year
prior.
Yeah, against Prep. Like I said, Luke and I are very well versed in the high school circuit in Illinois. Couple nice moves and a shot taken by Eli Horb. We're playing at Mount Prospect Ice Arena, home to two pretty big name teams in the high school hockey here in Illinois. St. Viator, who lost in the semifinals of the state tournament, as well as Prep, and I don't know how they did in their division of the tournament.
They lost in the quarterfinal, double overtime to Glenbard. Just not the same star power they had the previous years. As somebody who had to play them 2-3 times a year, every year.
And you worked with them for a little bit, too, as a broadcaster.
Yep.
Now another 3-on-2 here for the Spartans. Down the left side, here's a shot. That one handled by R.J. Haber. 10-8, the shot's on goal. Now here's another breakaway, finding the puck and getting it to the backhand with a goal. Patrick Lee ties it right back up. It's 2-2.
And the two Patricks connect. That was absolutely unbelievable. Great eyes by Patrick Dunaway, number 18, on his own blue line. Saw a passing lane to Lee, fired it ahead, and I can't let that pass go unrecognized. That was probably one of the nicest passes you'll see all tournament. And Patrick Lee with the finish. And this game is tied up.
And Luke, that's why I'm thankful that you're here, because I was checking a note, and I did not see that pass. I'm looking forward to going back and seeing the replay, but I mean, of course, to score a goal, you got to finish, and boy, did he on the backhand. That was a sweet move by the other Patrick Lee.
Yeah, I feel like at this level on the breakaways, players tend to deke a lot, and sometimes it does not pay off since the goaltender's expecting it, but in that case, goaltender expects it, just can't get his left pad to the post in time. It was all about speed there, and Southeast wins the battle.
Alberta offsides to stop play. Will drop the puck in neutral ice. 10:20 to go in the second. 2 goals apiece here between Spartans Alberta and Southeast Elite Hockey Club from Florida. Alberta led 1-0 and 2-1. Florida side still looking for their first lead of this game, but they have proven that they can get on the board with 11 shots on goal to the Spartans' 8, but a tied score. 2 beautiful moves there by Cole Brundage. He's got one of the goals tonight for Florida. As a man's hit off the puck, it's dumped in by Alberta. Here's Eli Horb. He'll try a tough angle shot. That one deflected away by the goaltender and behind the goal line. Now here comes Southeast. Cole Brundage looking for a second goal today. He'll try for it, and that's into the breadbasket of Callum Stasiuk, the goaltender. He'll hang on with 9:27. Dylan Ward and Luke Jordan here with you on the call. And if you're just watching this game, you've got another team playing later today. If they're playing on the North Rink, Luke and I are calling it all day long.
Yep.
First of 6 guaranteed games. Sorry, go ahead, Luke.
Oh, I was just saying, it's nice. Obviously, the NHL season is over now, but waking up the next morning and being able to just watch and call more hockey, it's enjoyable. Now we got a delayed call that appears to be...
Yeah, I think that's going to be tripping against Southeast Elite. A play down in that corner. And we're going to see a power play for the first time of this tournament, as heading to the box is Nicholas Vanderberg.
I really like the way that Vandenberg has played in this tournament so far. I mean, he's all over the place on the back check, the forecheck, and I think that's just slight misplay of the stick there. I don't think you'll see him in the box many more times in this tournament.
All right, so we'll see how the Spartans do on the power play. A full 2 minutes to work with. In the slot, here's Mullen. He'll try a shot into the glove and held on to by Haber.
Yeah, Southeast has to recuperate. They got 3 guys right on the line of the crease, basically, and only 1 guy up top. That leaves the slot wide open. Got to watch out for that.
Drop of the puck. Face-off is won once again by Alberta. They're 2 for 2 on the draw here on the power play. Here's another pass to Mullen. He'll try to slide it over to the left side, but it goes right back to him. Battle for it down below the goal line. Puck picked up by Alberta. Behind the goal line again. Centering pass, Mullen. He shoots. That one deflects high. $1:20 to go on the power play for the White Sweaters, the designated home team here in this one. Kept in the zone by LeBanc. He'll try and slide it over, but that one deflects off a stick and will roll all the way down. Picked up by Alberta, and they'll rush back up ice. 3-on-2 rush now while on the power play. Here's a shot. That one just sails over the net, maybe a piece of the blocker for the goaltender Haber.
Southeast got lucky. They had a change, and 2 guys collided with each other, had 5 guys out there. Refs missed that. Too many men behind the play. Otherwise, could have been a 5-on-3.
Good pickup there, Luke. This one sent back up to the point. Andrews, now left circle. Here's a shot. That one took a deflection on its way, but wouldn't go. 36 seconds to go on the power play. Lots of good chances for the Spartans, but no goals yet. A backhand try. That one deflected away by the stick. And now they will get their first authentic clear of the kill. That one goes through the goalie's legs, but lucky there were no light blue sweaters to swoop in there for a shorthanded chance. 15 to go on the power play. Shorthanded are Southeast Elite. They'll get the puck deep below the goal line. Cole Brundage. And taken away by Alberta. 2 seconds, 1-0 on the power play. Out of the box comes Vanderberg, and we are back to 5-on-5. Spartans 0 for 1 here on the power play in this tournament.
No, Dylan, I can't be upset if I'm, Alberta with that opportunity. They set it up numerous times.
As this one takes a bounce off the end boards, and they couldn't ship it off the goaltender and in.
Something we saw in the NHL with I hate to go back on the Stanley Cup final again, but you talk about Florida, how their power play was. They just couldn't ever set it up. They'd get it in, and they'd have it poke check just like that. The Spartans, they got it in the zone, and they knew their job immediately, able to spread out the ice. And that's one of those power plays where you didn't score, but if you run that exact same thing back a couple times, you might absolutely get on the board.
A goal apiece for each team in each period so far here this morning. Over the line comes Alberta. Here's Philpott. He's got a goal tonight.
It's going to be a penalty on Morton.
Another delayed call. Good pickup, Luke. What'd you see?
He just happened to turn his feet as one of the Alberta skaters was trying to make his way deeper into the zone. And I don't think he stuck his foot out. It was just an accidental collision. Call could have really gone either way, in my opinion, but I think I do agree with the trip just because he was in the skating lane of his opponent.
So another 2-minute power play for Spartans Alberta. 0 for 1 in this game, but lots of high danger chances for this PP group. Let's see if they can convert this time and grab their 3rd lead of the game. Not so fast as Southeast. They might have a shorthanded chance. Here comes Patrick Lee. Lee can't get a clean shot off. It'll bounce behind the net and be picked up by Alberta. Under 6 to go in the period. Over the line, onside. What a pass, what a move. Here's a shot, and a nice save made by the glove. Our best save of the game so far.
Yeah, that's a composed save by R.J. Haber. He's kind of been on some situations he's been a little bit out of position, but that one, I mean, he's right on, and he doesn't even have to move his glove.
Back underway, 1:25 left on the penalty. Kept it at the blue line, not for long. Here's an odd man rush. Here comes Lee, sent it over to the left side for Brundage. Each of the 2 goal scorers in this game on the 2-on-1, but couldn't get a shot on target. Now still with over a minute to go on the power play, here comes Alberta down the right wing, right circle. Here's a shot. That one off the stick of Eli Horb, but stopped by Haber. Now back to the left corner, centering pass, backhand try, wouldn't go. It's found and shot towards the net. That one hit the side of the cage, I believe. Now this one sent back up high. Here's LeBanc. He fires that one. Deflected away by the glove awkwardly, but got the job done. Now in the slot, it deflects up high. LeBanc sends it over to the left side. Now getting it back is Mullen. He'll try a shot. Just missed the top left corner with that try. And now this one, they almost cleared. Wanting to make a shorthanded play was Brundage, but that cost him an easy dump. Here's a shot. Big rebound off the pads, but that one picked up by Southeast Elite. And they will chip it off the boards. Picking it up is Brundage. He's looking for a shorty. He gets around one defender. Can't make the play at the end, but the goaltender tripped him, and the goalie is going to get a penalty for that.
Yeah, he is going to get a penalty. Not many times you see that, but he's trying to poke check the puck, and he just takes out both legs of the Southeast Elite member, and they'll have to get somebody to serve this, it appears.
Yeah, as per normal in hockey, it's not the goaltender that goes to the box. Even though you do have a backup on the bench, you don't force the goalie to sit in there with all of his equipment. So someone who was on the ice at the time of the penalty will be going to the box for him.
And that is Cruz Gerstenbuehler. Nope, now it's actually Jersey Uglestone.
So no penalty minutes for him. He'll just serve it.
Yep.
And power play now is going the other way. 0 for 2 were Spartans Alberta on the man advantage. Now Southeast will have a man up for 2 minutes. Let's see what they can cook. Here's a deflected shot that goes to the slot, and then another shot was stopped. So a quick shot on goal to start, but then cleared immediately. And cleared again. Will either team break this tie before we head into the third period? Under 4 to go in the middle frame. 2 apiece. Alberta led 1-0 and 2-1. And Southeast scored 2 game tires. That's where we stand here. Almost done with 2. Cleared out and all the way down. Past the stick of Kellen Kurtman.
Real nice forecheck there.
Southeast just can't seem to get the same magic that the Spartans did on their power play. Still 48 seconds to work with. But a lot of time has been spent down here in their own zone. As the Spartans Alberta continue to play keep away. And it still has not gone beyond the blue line. Here's a shorthanded chance with the puck and a backhand try. That one wouldn't go. Now behind the net, we're going to see a Michigan. Nope. That pass is battled for there in the slot. Nobody has clear possession. Now finally it's grabbed. And 2-man collision down into the far corner. And really, what a penalty kill here, as it's Southeast that's chipping it out and clearing it down on their own power play. It was deflected, so no icing, but that's going to do it as we're back to 5-on-5. As a player gets tripped up by a loose stick, not being held onto by anyone. You don't put the stick in the box for 2 minutes, so that won't be a penalty. 2:07 to go in period number 2, and Southeast 0 for 1 on the power play now.
Dylan, on that shorthanded opportunity below the net, I was thinking that same exact thing. I was expecting him to go with the good old Michigan lacrosse goal, if you like to call it that way.
Hey, but, this is the generation that it's really booming on, right?
Oh, I mean, you should have seen some of the Alberta players in the warm-up. They were doing crazy stick tricks. I was like, I can't even do that now.
Nothing makes me more mad than when hockey analysts or journalists don't have good things to say about the Michigan. It's a great play. And,
it is.
And if you're scoring a goal, you got to save that. If you're the goalie, it's not a cheap goal, it's a goal.
As somebody who formerly played lacrosse, it's a real powerful move. You can get it up in the air really quick, and the goaltender is typically not expecting it.
Right. As this one's thrown in front, but the net comes loose, and that'll be an automatic whistle. As we get down to 1:32 to go in the second period, this one flying by 2 apiece here in Chicago. Drop of the puck coming, and the attacking zone for Alberta, right circle, it's won by them. Here's a shot towards the net, swallowed up and held on to by the goaltender, R.J. Haber. Hockey all week long here in the Chicagoland area. A minimum of 6 games to be played per team, up to 10 if they go all the way. Now over the line, 3-on-2 rush. Here's LeBanc. Pardon me, that's Knox Bentley. The PA announcer lets us know how much time we've got to play in period number 2. That's down to 53 seconds now. Alberta drops it off. In the slot, here's a good chance, and they score! What a shot, what a move, what a goal scored to take the lead right back. Eli Horb letting go of that one, 3-2.
I mean, something I've noticed about Horb is he's a great all-around player. He can skate, he can shoot, he can do it all, and what he does is he realizes nobody's in the high slot, sneaks in there, and typically you won't miss from there. And Eli Horb shows just that, and that is a huge shift of momentum as they're 48 seconds from having another huddle before they go into the third.
No kidding, Luke. Any goal of the final minute of any period is always a big one, no matter what level you're playing at, all the way from Mike to the NHL.
First and last minute of a period can kill you.
Now they're looking for a 2-goal lead to head into the timeout. Here's a pass across, and almost there for a backdoor play was Oglestone for his second of the game, but not quite. In the slot, 19 seconds to go. This one sent to the near side, picked up by Skinner. Keaton Skinner below the line. Now down below the goal line again. He gets it over to his man. Here's a tough angle shot. That one deflects off the goalie and bounces high of the net. 4 seconds to go as this puck sent to the far side. And the buzzer sounds. Zeros are on the clock. And it's Spartans Alberta who carry a 3-2 lead into the final 15 minutes of play here in Mount Prospect. Again, this game has really been even, I would say, up until the Elite could not get a power play goal, and then it seemed like Alberta just really took over. They're now leading shots on goal 20-13.
I mean, yeah, that period felt all Alberta. I mean, outscore them 2-1 in that period, and that last minute strike. They're gonna be coming in hot into this third, and Southeast needs they need a bounce to recuperate, because right now they're just kind of all out of sorts. I mean, defensively, they're all puck watching. Not everybody knows their assignment, and that's how Alberta's gotten all these gold chances right in front of the crease. I mean, you can't put it on R.J. Haber. He's doing what he can, but when you're that small and the shots are right in front of the slot, all you can try to do is stretch out. But Alberta's picking the corners, and it looks like we will have an ice make. That is new from last year, I believe.
Yeah, there was a bit of confusion seeing as this is the first game of the tournament. Neither team really knew what was going on, but I mean, hey, listen, at the rate that these games are going, and the fact that we don't have another puck drop on this ice surface until 9:45, which is in basically an hour, I don't see why not. Give the old vocal cords a rest too.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
So we will take a timeout here as the teams head to the locker room, rest up, get some words from their coaches. They do have a intermission clock going. It has 9:30 on it. So if you want to tune away and set a timer on your phone or something of the sort, we will be back with you in about 9 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. Dylan Ward and Luke Jordan here for Game 1 of the Continental Clash.
At Ironmen Industries, we forge the foundation of excellence in steel manufacturing. Our dedication to quality and precision sets the industry standard, delivering unmatched innovation that powers progress and builds tomorrow's world. We don't just produce steel, we craft a legacy of strength. With every cut, weld, and bend, our commitment to our customers shines through. Choose the steel partner that never compromises on quality. Visit us at ironmenindustries.com.
Do you want to develop an unshakable level of self-confidence? Then check out my best-selling book, Mindset First. It provides a concise and practical way for athletes just like you to win the mental game. I'm Dr. Cassie Preston. My job as a mental performance coach is to help elite athletes just like you to consistently perform at your capabilities. But in order to do that, you need to reliably get in the zone. The problem is, like most athletes, you spend too much time in your own head, worrying, overthinking, and are doubting yourself. This can be frustrating and discouraging because you've put in all this work to develop your physical abilities. Your mindset is causing you to underperform. Now, I understand that working on your mindset can be difficult and confusing. There's so much cliche advice out there like, don't worry about it and just be positive, which might be the mental state you want to achieve, but it's not the how-to. In fact, this fluffy, cookie-cutter advice often makes things worse. Instead, what you need to do is challenge the status quo and think differently about success and failure. That's why I wrote the best-selling book, Mindset First, to provide athletes like you a repeat and reliable way to win the mental game. I share the concise and practical strategies I use to help professional athletes be at their best day in and day out. This book will help you break free from the weight of results so you can stop spending so much time in your own head and start playing with confidence so you can perform when it matters most. And most importantly, I promise you this, by reading this book and working on your mental game, you're going to have a heck of a lot more fun along the way.
At Ironmen Industries, we forge the foundation of excellence in steel manufacturing. Our dedication to quality and precision sets the industry standard, delivering unmatched innovation that powers progress and builds tomorrow's world. We don't just produce steel, we craft a legacy of strength. With every cut, weld, and bend, our commitment to our customers shines through. Choose the steel partner that never compromises on quality. Visit us at ironmenindustries.com.
You know it in your core. Introducing the Helios Core, a breakthrough in skating development. With smart technology and artificial intelligence, the Helios Core analyzes key aspects of your skating, then shares the data in a mobile app. So players and coaches can see a player's progress, what still needs work, and where they stand against other players their age. The Helios Core gives players the information
Ironmen Industries stands for quality and precision in steel manufacturing. Specializing in quality of our work, we're committed to our customers. Build the future with us at ironmenindustries.com. At Ironmen Industries, we forge the foundation of excellence in steel manufacturing. Our dedication to quality and precision sets the industry standard, delivering unmatched innovation that powers progress and builds tomorrow's world. We don't just produce steel, we craft a legacy of strength. With every cut, weld, and bend, our commitment to our customers shines through. Choose the steel partner that never compromises on quality. Visit us at ironmenindustries.com.
Back to the World Sports Broadcasting Network here on YouTube or the WSBN website. This is Dylan Ward along with Luke Jordan. We are ready for the third period of action here between Southeast Elite and Spartans Alberta. It's been a great game, evenly played game, I would argue, until about 5 minutes left in the second period where Alberta really put on the Jets, and they have a 3-2 lead heading into the third.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been all Alberta for the past 5 minutes. You nailed it there. They outscore Southeast in that period 2-1, and just it felt like they were so much more composed with the puck. Southeast, they started the game out real well. All they did was control possession, and then ever since Alberta scored that first goal, they were going neck and neck for a while, and all of a sudden, I feel like the seesaw's tilted now towards Alberta's side. So. Good old hockey game. It's back and forth so far, and I think we're in for a treat of a third period.
Well, the only leads of the game has been held by Spartans Alberta. Jersey Oglestone broke the ice, assisted by Lucas Mullen, and Cole Brundage tied it up for Southeast. That goal was unassisted. That was in the first period. We went to the second 1-1, and then Riker Philpott scored a beauty. That one an unassisted goal according to the score sheet by Alberta. Then Patrick Lee tied the game up, assisted by Patrick Dunaway. That was that beautiful break pass at the come on. And finally, with 48 seconds to go in the second period, Eli Horb scored, assisted by Duke Hughes. And that's where we stand now. We were having a little bit of a technical difficulty with our headset, but we had a little echo in our ears going. But
oh, there we go. Yeah, no, it's good.
It's good now.
Oh, you had that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You handled it so well. I was like, am I echoing to him or?
Believe me, it was not easy to talk when I had an echo of myself going. But hey, listen, we've got a good game going on here, and just the the hard truth of it is a lot of times at this tournament you're going to get a lot of 10-0 games.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure we're in for one or two of those as the day progresses, Luke. But here for the tournament opener, we've got a good one here. It's a 1-goal game with 15 minutes to go in regulation. I did confirm with the tournament director that if we do have a tied score after 3 periods, we will have a regular NHL-style 3-on-3 for 5 minutes and then a 3-shot shootout. So there will be no ties, not even in the league portion or league phase, for lack of a better term, of this tournament. So there will be a winner and a loser of this game and each and every game of the Continental Clash.
You know, when you talked about the 10-0 scores, Dylan, I thought back to one of the Connecticut Junior Rangers games last year. They played the National Prospects from Canada, and they won 26-0. So
wow.
Hopefully we don't get one of those. I pray for more of these because this has been a great showdown. A lot of great players out there, and the chemistry, I mean, just looking into the details, you look at Southeast, they have a lot of different colored gloves, as well as Alberta, and that does not mean these guys have played with each other for long. This could just be for the singular summer, but the chemistry is flowing, and in the first game of the tournament, I feel like they're just really, flowing the puck around well. They know where to be for the most part. I think more offensively than defensively, but we're in for a good finish.
And here's a steal, but couldn't get a shot away. That was Colton Corbett, I believe. And now this one sent out to neutral ice. And, Luke, we talked about it pre-game, just chit-chat before the broadcast. These are not teams that are going to go home and sort of resume a regular season per se. These are the summer tournament teams where really the only games you're playing are in these tournaments. So, like you said, we are early summer. I'm not sure how many games these guys on both sides of the ice have played together as a group, but if it's not very many, it's hard to tell. Over the blue line, a spinorama pass to the slot. Now this pass for nobody. It'll be sent up to the near side, near the blue line, and chipped back down.
Dylan, going off of what he said, some of these tournaments do have involvement in the spring as well. I mean, this probably isn't their first tournament together, but, they've still such a short span of time.
That looked close to offsides, but we will play on. This centering pass back door found the defending player. Yeah, and our engineer agrees. That's Anthony Lund as this shot, and what a save, a second save made by Southeast Elite's goaltender R.J. Haber.
Haber's got great reflexes with that glove.
And we've seen him active with the glove all morning long. He's allowed 3 goals on 20 shots, but all 3 of those goals he allowed, you could argue, were just really, high talent goals by the skaters and not really to chalk on his record necessarily. They all count the same, though, don't they? As this puck is sent all the way down, will not be an icing. Third period just getting started here. Southeast has tied this game up twice already as they look to do it again. Neither team has led by more than 1 goal.
Yep, we were 1-0, then 1-1, then 2-1, then 2-2, then 3-2, and I'm feeling like it might be Southeast's turn to keep the pattern going.
Lots of time to play here in the third period. This game very far from being over. Right point, here's a shot, tipped, loose, down below the goal line it goes.
That ice make and all that time off really helped Southeast. Here's a chance.
And they score! In the slot, Riker Philpott with his second of this game, and it's 4-2 to Spartans Alberta.
Announcer's jinx.
That's the second occasion of it today. 2-goal lead. It belongs to Spartans Alberta. And now a taller hill to climb for Southeast Elite.
I was about to mention that Haber's been really locked in, and he still is. That's just another one of those low slot shots that are impossible to save unless you guess where the puck is going. And he's trying to time it up, and his glove just gets there a little bit too late. And another nice goal right in the danger zone for Alberta. I mean, if they can pick teams apart like that every game, they could be a real threat for this tournament.
So still plenty of time to go. 12 minutes, a 4-2 game. USA versus Canada. Just like the Stanley Cup, we've got Florida versus Alberta. Centering passes, they look for another. This shot got blocked in close. Never found its way to the goaltender. Now back up high, right side, right circle, thrown to the net, deflected wide. Puck sitting there near the blue paint. It'll be picked up, and they can't quite clear it out. And now they finally will, as picking up this one is Cole Brundage. He has a partial look. He'll take a shot. That one at the post, maybe the side of the net, but either way, inches away. Now Alberta will look to get it out. This one off a skate. It does not clear the blue line.
Delay penalty.
As the puck is touched up. Another good eye by you, Luke. What did you see out there?
Well, Keaton Skinner got his body in the way. He's really frustrated about this call. And it's another one of those, I mean, I feel bad for these refs because all they've been given is 50-50 calls. That's another one where just the body of Skinner is in the lane of one of the Southeast players, and he's not trying to trip him. He's not even really playing the puck in that situation, but he turns last second, and all of a sudden one of the Southeast players goes down. That, I think, could have slid as no call, but once again, it's a 50-50. It's just hard to guess, especially when you're a ref at this level. I mean, you have no replays. You're just going right off what you have.
And what a stop! Holy moly! Callum Stasiak, how did that stay out?
It's a great question. Unbelievable save.
Wide open chance, and that close to making it a one-goal game again. As this is touched by a high stick, so they will blow the whistle. I thought that arm was in the air for maybe an icing, but man, Southeast hockey 0 for 1 on the power play, that close to 1 out of 2.
Yeah, and out of that play that just happened, I mean, that hand could have even been up for offsides too. 3 different things there.
That's what you get when you have 2 officials, right? You have no orange stripes. Not always 100% sure when you see an arm go in the air. It could really be anything. Settle down. Right circle, thrown to the net. Puck is loose, not frozen yet. No whistle, and an early whistle as that puck was far from frozen. And some of the fans here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena frustrated with the play being blown dead.
And just another disadvantage of the 2 officials is he has no angle. I mean, that puck was squeaked out, but he can't see it from there. So, I mean, you can't be upset with him. You'd have to guess that Stasiak doesn't have it. And anyway, Alberta did get their stick on that puck after the fact, so I don't think anything would have happened, but...
Shorthanded chance for Alberta, but swooping in there to knock it away was Kurtman. Now here comes the Florida side once again. Manning Kent over the line. Got it low, got it back, and scored! What a play! A give and go, and eventually Cooper Manning Kent, who started the rush, finished it. And it's a 1-goal game power play tally.
Absolutely love the cross crease play. Not a chance for any goalie of really any age to stop a play like that. You're getting Stasiak to go from post to post in milliseconds, and that's a great putback by Manning Kent. And like you said, he started the rush, he got the speed going, and he gets rewarded for starting it as he finishes it.
And the player he got it to was Patrick Lee, who scored a goal in this game. So now he's got a goal and an assist to his credit, and 2 beauties at that. And now let's see if they can make something happen and tie this game up. Got some players from the next game watching on from the upper stanchion to our right.
That's Boston Hockey Club.
The Colors gave it away.
They'll be playing next against the ESH National Selects at this rink.
Looking forward to that one, Luke. We'll be on the call all day pretty much for all the games on the North Rink.
And then after that, we'll get to see the Connecticut Junior Rangers, last year's USA champions and runner-ups in the entire tournament.
Did they have a USA and a Canadian champion? Is that how they did it?
No, they just basically the best team, that was the champ. There was just the one championship game, but even if you make it there, you're still the USA champion per se. That's what I'd like to call you as. And they just dominated, so they absolutely deserve that name, and I'm excited to see what they bring back for another year.
Heck of a hockey game so far between these two cross-border rivals. Estero, Florida, the home of Southeast Elite Hockey. 1,300 miles from here in Mount Prospect. Plays at Hertz Arena, which is also the home of the Florida Junior Everblades. Gavin Brindley, who just made his debut in the NHL with the Columbus Blue Jackets, played for this club. His dad actually founded this club, as we heard earlier. Here's a shot, that one off the post as Alberta look to get back to a 2-goal lead. Not so fast, said the Iron.
Oh, we were also sent another really cool nugget. Do you happen to know who Dierks Bentley is? He's an American singer-songwriter.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I was thinking a hockey player when you said that name. I'm like, I know a singer, so I don't know where you're going with this.
We were told that Knox Bentley, that's his father.
Oh, we were told that, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just kind of putting that together in my brain a little bit there. It's early in the morning, folks. And I thought maybe the concession stand would be open. It's really more of a restaurant here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. I was going to see if I can get myself a coffee, but not open yet. They sure will be all day, as these tournaments over the summer are what keeps that business alive, I'm sure.
A lot of visitors for sure. Here's Alberta.
7 minutes to go. They'll come over the blue line down the right wing side. Odd man rush not in their favor. But now it's centered. Here's a backhand try. That one deflects off a stick and bounces up to the left point. Here's Shimonov. Intercepted and waiting and neutralized for a breakaway is Southeast. Here's Dunaway. And he can't tuck it home after pulling it to his forehand. He had the goalie down and out and couldn't finish that close to a tie hockey game.
Oh, I love it. All the Boston Hockey Club kids, hands on their head, could not believe what just unfolded. Another great chance for Southeast. They've been controlling this period.
Dunaway looks to redeem himself as he chips this one on target. The save is made, and crashing into the net afterwards, a punch flies. And we'll see what the officials decide here.
This should absolutely be a penalty on Eli Shimonov, and it looks like they have offsetting penalties, which I won't fight that either, but Shimonov, it just goes right in the blue paint, and this is right as the Southeast player makes the poke check on Stasiuk. He just lays him out, and you can't hit at all at this level. And these Florida parents are very upset.
You might be able to hear it through our mic. Not sure about that. But offsetting penalties means 5-on-5, and the players will be released at the first whistle following 2 minutes after they sit in the box, unlike at the professional level where you will drop down to 4-on-4. The only time you'll ever see 4-on-4 at this level is if you have penalties at different times that overlap each other. No 4-on-4 for coincidentals. Luke, do you have any insight as to why that is a rule? As the shot goes high off a deflection?
That's a good question. I actually do not.
So I've always wondered that.
Yeah, because you look at the NHL when, the roughings happen and they're offsetting, they still go 4-on-4.
I like the 4-on-4.
Yeah.
Opens up the ice a little bit. Probably would favor Southeast Elite. There's some more open ice to try and tie this thing up.
High risk, high reward, that's for sure. And you'll definitely want to roll the dice with 5:15 left in the third period. And I feel like they're on the brink of a goal, Dylan. I would not be shocked if the first game of the tournament goes to overtime, but that's not for me to decide. That's for the game to decide. And we've been treated with a good one so far. I hope everyone's like this. You know, you got 7 goals. It's fairly high scoring. Still, both goalies have made some sensational saves, and there's sensational talent all across the ice. I've seen some great skaters. I mean, they're skating better than me, and I'm much older.
Got a nice lively crowd. I'm sure many of you found your way to this broadcast back at home watching your family. As this shot is stopped by the pad, a thudding sound effect off of that shot attempt. Shot on goal. Can't say shot attempt, that's an actual thing. This one goes behind the net. We'll see how aggressive Southeast Elite is in terms of pulling their goalie. Maybe they won't need to as they try and tie this thing up right now. Here's Dunaway. Going below the goal line, being pressed into the corner by Andrews. And now this puck lifted out to neutral ice and beyond. It'll go all the way. And the goaltender comes out of his crease to handle that one and hand it over. 4:10 to go. Neutral ice, this puck taken away, back by Alberta. Over the line they come. Not much help, and it's poked off of that possession, but taken back by the White Sweaters. This one towards the net, handled easily and turned away by the goaltender. RJ Haber, a pretty good game in net for Southeast Elite. Has allowed 4 goals, but has made 20 saves. As this backhander, nice glove save, and he's been real active with that glove all morning long. And he'll stop time with 3:36 to go in regulation.
That glove is just one of those signs. You can tell he trains that glove whenever he gets a chance, throwing it against the wall, just having that reflex ability. And I think he's made, out of all the equipment he has, even talking like chest protector, I think he's made the most saves with his glove all day.
All right, so here is Kane Contreras. Chips this one out, neutral ice. It will not be an icing. Staying put for now is Haber. We'll keep our eye on him down to our left. In the slot, here's a shot. That one deflects high and arcs over the net. Now sent back up high to the St. Viator Lions logo. Shot to the net, tipped on its way. Where's the puck? It's frozen and not over the goal line with 3 to go.
That's some great vision down low between the pipes. I mean, that puck is pinballing all over the place in front of the crease, and I thought for sure that would have been tapped in. It went to the far side, but somehow Stasiuk saw it, pounced on it, and with 3 minutes to go, his team still holds a 1-goal lead, looking to start off the tournament. And not only dramatic, but in the right fashion.
Again, just one big league instead of groups or divisions. So every game matters as you want to be the highest possible seed for that first playoff game, the round of 16. As right in the blue paint, puck is loose and was sitting there for just a moment, where it's safely recovered and cleared out by Alberta. And it will be an icing. Looked like the goalie had thoughts about playing it, but did not, and maybe we'll see a timeout here.
It's a good pullback at the last second. I think they're just going to send him out there, try to have a little bit of a delayed change here and conserve that timeout.
Impromptu timeout. There was a little huddle, but not enough to dock them for their 1 per game.
Yep, 1 30-second timeout is permitted per team per game. That is the official rule book.
Goalie inching out as we are back underway. 2:30 to go. He'll retreat back to his crease as Alberta rushes up ice. They can't get over the blue line, though, so they'll chip it back. Goalie went halfway again, then we'll retreat back once again. 2:14 to go in regulation time. Southeast needs a goal to get this thing to overtime. They have the puck now. Nice little move there, and up ice they come down the left wing side. Goaltender not making the sprint yet. This shot goes high from the left circle and bounces back to Alberta. Haber will retreat back to his crease. Under 2 minutes to go. Here's Skinner. He'll get this puck deep as Alberta okay with wasting time as needed. As this shot sails wide of the net. 100 seconds to play. Does Southeast have any magic here in their opener? Alberta finds the puck, looks to get it deep. Here's a chance, laying out to make the save, but not freezing it is Haber. 120. Now here's a shot from the right circle. That one stopped, getting it back Alberta, but not enough to get a shot away. Goalie's got to make the sprint now as Southeast rushes up the ice. They get this puck over the blue line. Loose one found, and this one centered. Goalie still in the net with 1 minute to play. Now a loose puck found by Southeast again. Right side. Here is Brundage. He's got a goal already. Now the goalie. Well, they'll say just play back again as Alberta comes up with it again. Here's Oglestone. He's got a breakaway. And what a save made by the glove of R.J. Haber. He has had some flashy ones tonight. Maybe not one flashier than that.
I think you're right, Dylan. That was an unbelievable glove stop, and intelligent of him to know. I mean, I thought he was ready to bolt for the bench. All of a sudden, he sees a chance coming the other way, and Oglestone, great handles, great finish, just better goaltending.
And now really crunch time for Southeast as Alberta has it again. Here's a shot. That one wouldn't go. It got deflected away. Here's another chance. That one sails wide to the right of the post. 25 to go in the leading team with possession in the attacking zone. R.J. Haber has not had a chance to go to the bench at all here down the stretch. Now here comes Southeast Elite looking to tie this thing up. In the slot, here's a shot. Didn't get a lot on it. 10 seconds to go. They will not pull the goalie here. As we say 5-on-5, this puck cleared out by Alberta. The goalie will touch it, and that's going to do it as the Spartans of Alberta go 1-0 here at the Continental Clash, and a big pile-up celebrating a close, tense 4-3 victory over Southeast Elite.
You know, I'm almost wondering if Southeast Elite is just trying to play the goal differential game there. I mean, that could be a huge tiebreaker in the long run, but personally, I don't agree with it. I think they could have pulled the goalie, but, you know, that was still a great game for both sides, and just from the talent we saw, I think we could see these two teams later on in the playoffs, no question about it. I mean, that was a great overall game, and not to put you on the spot, Dylan, but if you had a starring game in mind, who would you give it to?
Yeah, I want to say Haber. He just had so many saves, but I'm not going to give it to a player on the losing team. I'm going to give it to Riker Philpott, the only player out there who had a 2-goal effort here tonight. He scored the second goal to make it 2-1, and he scored the fourth goal to make it 4-2 at the time, but ultimately winded up being the game winner here. And now it looks like we will have the playing of O Canada as the nation of the winning team here in this one, as both players line up at the blue line. A great national anthem. As an American, I can say that confidently. when you hear a packed hockey arena singing that song, gives me goosebumps every single time.
Even yesterday, I was sitting on my couch watching the national anthems, and Edmonton fans were still chiming in down in Sunrise during the national anthem. That was really cool. It made the hairs stand up on my arms. But yeah, it was just always cool to hear the winning anthem. Really nice touch on a really nice tournament, and we're just getting started.
We sure are. Both these teams. This was leg one of a doubleheader. Southeast Elite will be back in action at 3 o'clock here local, 4 o'clock Florida time against the BC Bulldogs right here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. As for Alberta, they will be back in action at 4:55 p.m. local time, which I guess would be 3:55 in Alberta, and they'll be playing the Connecticut Junior Rangers. So doubleheaders each and every day here at this tournament. The grind does not stop here at the Continental Clash. That's just about going to do it for us today. One more time, the final score here, 4-3 in favor of Spartans Alberta. My name's Dylan Ward. Luke Jordan, do you have any final thoughts?
If anybody on either team is watching, hydrate, pump liquids, get some rest before the next game, because two games in a day is tough, but if you prepare correctly, you can definitely succeed in that second matchup. So good luck to all of you. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you very soon for Boston Hockey Club and the ESH National Selects here at the North Rink.
Listen, 2 games in 1 day is tough. 2 games every day for 6 days is even tougher. So
that's true.
Long stretch of hockey ahead. Also our producer today, Anthony Lunn, switching camera angles and making sure this game got to your screens at home. Thank you to everyone in our crew. One more time, Dylan Ward signing off for now.